Welcome everyone, this is Evelyn. I have my usual twin flame read on the table for you. It's my 7-deck read, as well as I did 4 kind of mini reads between last night and this morning, 3 of them this morning actually. I just kept getting downloads to go ahead and do it again to get more messages. And I actually passed some of those messages on already to somebody I know. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take our few deep breaths. And for those who would like to do this, I've been sending love and healing to my sister-in-law's brother Frank, who was put on hospice recently after they canceled his leukemia surgery, his second one. And so if you care to do that with me, I'd so appreciate that. And if not, that's fine too. Just go ahead and skip by it. So we're going to go ahead and take those deep 3 breaths and go ahead and send your love wherever you'd like it to go. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. One more deep breath. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a bit rainy here. It's a little dark outside. But let's get going. Let's roll the die. Today is the 6th of May, 2022. The 5 of the Hierophant, the 6 of the Lovers. And let's see what the dice have for us this morning, or this afternoon rather. For the Twin Flames, May 6, 2022. All right, we have Libra energy here. We have Mars, again, that came up yesterday as well. So the planet Mars, which is very aggressive energy, masculine energy, Scorpio. And then we have the 6 as well, which is the Lovers and Gemini energy. Also June going into Cancer season, which is very much about Mother's Day right now. And again, the aggression of the masculine regarding Libra, which is all about balance, right? Truth and balance, weighing the scales. With, again, Mother's Day coming up, of the 6 of love, family, community, but also the Lovers and Gemini, which is Mercury and the communication. So again, communication and action, and then balancing those 2 things out. All right, let's see how else that might play out today. So we'll do the mini reads first, and then we'll go back to the big read. So the first read I did last night, really late, before I did the other 3 this morning. And this first read, this is the picture of it, and it's just the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot, and it's just read straight across. And actually in this one you can't tell because the way I put it down, but the underlying energy is right here. This is the top of the deck, and I just spread it out a little bit to see some of the underlying energies below that. So this first read, the underlying energy of the Page of Cups, this was at 146 to 150. Which the 46 is the 6 of Cups, and the 50 is emotional fulfillment of the family especially. The Page of Cups upright, knowing and keeping to self, after standing up to their twin flame perhaps, or standing up for their choice of path. Finding peace of mind under the radar, that the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community is always there for them. And it was very much this energy of knowing there's always someone there to support them. The first energy out was about the star and dreams and healing. and the Magician with the High Priestess both reversed here, or two wildcats lying and spying or in negative self-talk, or perhaps the two of them just not talking. Or the stars hiding from the tabloids, the gossip, the rumors, or perhaps a mouthy kid, or lies, and the wounded warrior surrendering here and leaves or gives up, withdrawing time, money, and effort from the Page of Pentacles, perhaps an innocent victim here, or leaving to save for them, or for an opportunity. And the Page of Pentacles not seeing the Knight of Swords coming behind their back, along with the King of Swords upright, but also the Queen of Swords reversed and the Empress reversed and the King of Pentacles upright all in a row. So there's a whole group right here. Perhaps an angry family or mob, or Bambi and Father King of Pentacles got separated in a crowd. The Page of Pentacles is innocent and lost in a crowd, or perhaps, like I talked about that story recently about losing my son on the beach when he was little, and everyone frantically looking for them. Perhaps the Page of Swords reversed was supposed to be watching them and only looked away for a second, and this could be a child being told by the mother or something, you know, can you just watch them just for a second, I'll be right back. And perhaps they disappeared. Or Magician reversed and High Priestess reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. Perhaps all three of them were supposed to watch out for the star child who snuck away from them for some time alone, not aware of what they were in for by doing that, the truth then all of a sudden coming at them, or about to get stabbed or jabbed by the King of Swords or the Doctor, while the Queen of Swords reversed and the Empress reversed stand outside, and the King of Pentacles can't look, or is done with them and leaving the situation, or leaving the Swords family behind at 10:39, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups, which is also Libra energy there. The Pentacles family trying to get the Page of Swords reversed away from the Magician reversed and the High Priestess reversed, manipulators, or maybe that family sees them as manipulators, or they're alternative, thinkers, and don't want their child around them, or Aquarius upright, Gemini reversed, Pisces reversed. And this also could be a cult, right, where they don't want their child influenced by these people, or family blocked from coming in, but the Page of Pentacles is innocent and able to get past the guards, or perhaps they're using that child to get past the restrictions there, or the child just did it on their own accord. The Queen of Pentacles reversed may be sad here without her baby, a horse with no name, or the King of Pentacles upright is checking in on the Queen of Pentacles, who may have miscarried, and that can be a couple here, the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, or they can be siblings as well, or just two earth signs. But it looks like the King of Pentacles is checking in on the Queen of Pentacles who may have miscarried, or feels like nothing without their child or children around them for Mother's Day, or feeling foolish, or a failure to launch. Again, there could be people or friends of yours who, for some reason, because it's Mother's Day, are thinking about a child they perhaps lost by miscarriage or other ways. But this could have been way in the past, and it just comes up to their memory today. But there's also the energy of feeling foolish or the failure to launch. Again, all week this has been coming up. Perhaps can't get a child to leave the house, or to try something new, or just not ready to hatch or perhaps birth them. Anxiety issues in implementing plans, deception or eclipse energies, making it worse than usual, or feeling that way. The Hierophant with a key to the house, perhaps the child doesn't trust them, or they're their abuser and they have a key to their house. Or Cancer reversed and Taurus upright coming together after missing each other. So there you go, Cancer reversed and Taurus upright coming together after missing each other. And actually I have a Taurus friend coming over tomorrow. And I have, Cancer is not my sun sign, but it's in my chart, which often when I see them reversed, it means it's in your chart, but it's not your sun sign. So, just give me 1 second. Okay. That was my lovely sun just confirming something for me. Okay, 1046 was the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups, which is the loving children. Perhaps a sister or someone suffering in silence or stressed out, or twins finally back together, flying side by side. Or the Queen of Pentacles is reversed and sad, perhaps grieving a miscarriage or a child at a distance, or in heartbreak, disappointment, anxiety, or implementing a plan to get up early or deal with some subconscious wounds that may be coming up for a visit, or someone coming for a visit, perhaps with soulmate after falling out, or perhaps just time or distance between you and you were missing each other. Stressed out about flying or about making arrangements for travel, or Gemini or twins want to come on vacation for fun and sun or happiness, kids, pets, perhaps Leo, self-satisfied. I'll set it right there. Leo may be very happy with themselves, or Gemini or twins rushing in to bring sunshine, or bring someone a wish, or radiating joy from within, even when alone, with new passion, growth, and creativity, to overwork in bliss, or not work a lot in bliss, no matter what, bliss, not at work or retired in bliss, and spreading that energy around the grid, or doing grid work, spreading the bliss around the world. And it's not like work at all. Vacation and bliss at 10:54, the high vibe of the message. And what is that message? The Page of Swords and bliss. So then I started the second message here. So that was your first one. The second one is okay. So here's the second message. And it continues to these cards as well. Okay, so same deck again, and just in order of the way the cards were dealt out. And as soon as I wrote down the time here that I pulled these cards, it was 11:02 this morning. I had to dump all my photos from my phone onto my computer because the pictures were full. And after it finished dumping and I pulled my phone back because it was finished, the last picture that was still on my phone was this picture, which I wanted to show you anyway. And it looks like Jesus in a portal coming in. So here's the picture I saw. This was still saved on my phone. And it looks like on an angle, and now even more so from where I'm looking now, it might be smudge on the phone, but it looks like Jesus's face here in this like kind of a two-portal caravan or something with a white roof on top. See, now I'm seeing it in a different way. So I was seeing it like this before, like here's the two portals right here, and there's this roof over here, and I'm seeing his face here and his white robe over here. But as I'm looking at it from my angle towards this way now, I actually am seeing a face here from this angle. So anyway, let me know what you see, if you see anything different. I'm actually seeing the face here. I'm actually seeing a face, and this is an arm bent across with the hands clasped together with light coming out of the hands right here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Do you see it? The face with like it actually looks like hood. It might be because I see it from a shadow because I'm from an angle here. But this is their arm. This is like the cloak, and this is their arm literally coming out with a hand here. I'll have to look at that again. Oh, now I get it. I couldn't figure out what the picture was of, you know, because obviously it's a blurred picture that I took by accident. But it might have been going through a door anyway. But anyway, there's lots of different ways of seeing that. Let me know what you saw in that picture. But when the point is I just done this read. I pulled at 11:02, and when I saw that picture, and I was trying to figure out what it was, I looked at the information about the picture to see what the date was on it, so I'd know what it was. And I just drawn the cards at 11:02, and the picture was from 11:02 last year. All right, so there's something taking you back to to November. So in this read, again, the Pocket Tarot, the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot, the underlying energy was the sunshine, Leo, or perhaps depressed or arrogance exposed, with the Chariot reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. The bulldozer versus being run over. frustrated versus uninspired, or uninspired versus abused. With Leo upright and Cancer reversed, or exposing Cancer remission, really happy but afraid to believe it all at the same time. And then it was 1116. So again, there's just issues of getting rid of stuff in your body that doesn't belong there, for good or for bad. So it may be good because the Cancer is gone, but it could be bad because somebody miscarried. There's the same kind of energy here. At 1116, which is Justice and the Tower, so some kind of sudden event. As we start the release of, or with the Knight of Wands reversed, the player in a sexual release or got fired. So again, they're showing you the polarity of both sides of everything. Or spontaneous orgasm and paralyzed by their passions, or released for falling short, or came up short on the register, or running out of steam and just tired, but had promised something you can't finish, or frustrated, uninspired, or not aroused or humored, unable to get it, or unable to conceive and depressed, or didn't take it, or it didn't take again, so someone might be getting artificially inseminated and didn't work, or just got inseminated and you're not allowed to be active, you know, you're not, you have to lay on your back or whatever. So butterfly released from the cocoon, which that's been coming up all week, like they're frustrated because they want to be done cooking, but they're not. And now here today, the butterfly was out. The butterfly is released from the cocoon, perhaps Leo child left, or Sagittarius or Aries as well, or one with Cancer in their chart, behind or now Cancer free, the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, not coming together, or released the Knight of Wands reversed for overindulging or partying or gossiping, or the player and third party here, the Knight of Wands reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or again, this could be a miscarriage that was actually at full term, which I'm so sorry if that happened to you, which I actually ended up talking to my friend who experienced that many, many years ago. But again, it was coming up for her today. So there's an energy around that today. And again, this could be someone who had a growth removed, whether it's just a skin growth or a tumor growth, but this was a positive thing. So sudden pain, ending or betrayal or unexpected message, or Scorpio or Dark Knight trying to end the pain or long-standing pain, or blew their crown, or a very long painful birth here. So again, that could be someone crowning and having a child, but it was very long and difficult. Or just overwhelmed here at 1128, which is Justice, Truth, and Balance, and the 28 of the Choice of Path, or the Twin Flames. And again, it could be someone's birthday today. That could be coming up. Also, someone's aunt may have passed. That was another message that came up, and I'm sorry if you've lost somebody. Perhaps overwhelmed, starting over, a loss of a love, or feeling dumped on, or just in the dumps, but no longer bored. Maybe you're just complaining that you're bored, and so maybe you were given something to not be bored over. The Six of Pentacles reversed is not sharing with the King of Wands upright, or some kind of inequity, imbalance, or debt here, or perhaps a little lamb, or perhaps a newborn here. And again, the name Sarah is coming up as well, with rest, break, and 5D connection. And at 1155, which is Justice, Truth, and Balance, and the Truth, Excalibur, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles was upright, out in the cold, together. The Hierophant or Taurus reversed, and Leo upright, choosing a new path, or lovers out in the cold together, which doesn't have to be lovers. It can be anyone of affection, but as long as we have together, we're okay, right? With Taurus reversed and Leo upright, or in a divorce, or breaking contract, or with a child forging a new path. The King of Cups reversed with Libra in their chart, or King of Cups reversed may be detached or overdramatic, or in the downturn or twist of fate. Again, maybe over-emotional, or may have depression or alcohol issues as well. And then at 12 right on the dot, which is 0, 0, 0, or source energy, backing up the 12 of the Hanged Man to see new perspectives or wisdom. The conditions of love, of things not going their way, with Scorpio feeling it here, being in the South Node right now, and the Page of Cups baby with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or completed a big cycle here, implementing a plan to invest in their future. So again, it could be a newborn, or a new project, or a new dawning, you know, whatever it is for you. And the Seven of Swords was upright with the Lovers reversed. This can also be a breakup. And this could be lying, cheating, or stealing, or being sneaky, or not trusting, which then you pull in that untrustworthy energy. The Lovers perhaps not being real with each other because they may be in a breakup or lying, cheating, or stealing with each other, or looking all peaceful on the outside, but with an ace up their sleeve, not trusting or wanting someone to believe that they're fine, but they actually are going to take an action because they have an ace up their sleeve, or they can't trust the peace, right? So, you know, people like that who they can't just enjoy the peace because they think something's coming, like it's too good to be true. I know there's something coming that wants to get me, you know, as opposed to just allowing the peace, allowing your happiness, allowing you to be worthy of happiness. So let go of that lack of trust, allowing the universe to take care of things, and don't worry because it's just energy, and energy must balance. It just can't be any other way. There's no way the universe won't correct any imbalances. So to let go of it, don't try to get revenge, don't try to make things right. Just go with the flow, do what you're guided to do, but don't worry, don't go into fear. Trust that the universe has your back and that it will all work out in its proper timing. And sometimes that does take patience, right? Because when we all started out with this, we thought being patient was a month, right? And now patience is actually several years. So, or someone might not trust their lover, or Gemini reversed, or those of affection lacking faith in each other. Mistrust begets mistrust. The world upside down for the Page of Wands, or the Divine Feminine in 5D, or Pisces reversed, perhaps inspired by it all instead. The Page of Pentacles reversed in need of help, money, or opportunity, or perhaps an invitation, or perhaps missed an opportunity to be together with them. Unhappy with self, or dissatisfied in general, or just no longer wants to be alone. At 12:07, the Hanging Man in the Chariot, as the Knight of Swords is reversed, holding back a message or an announcement, or just holding their tongue about something they have to say, or being present in the moment to the Two of Cups, the togetherness, or thinking of delivering a gift, or appreciative of the gifts in the Two of Cups connection, that one-to-one soulmate kind of connection, or perhaps Mother's Day at 12:09, and the mailman showed up there on Mother's Day. So there definitely can be delivery. And perhaps if your male person's a mother, maybe you need to remember your male person as well. And also if your mother's your father, remember them. That's what's coming up as well. The King of Pentacles upright, keeping to themselves for peace of mind. Healing lack of peace with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be stubborn or stuck or disabled or unable to work. That can be someone on strike as well, or just being lazy according to the parents, right? Or just perhaps needing to get on their butt about remembering to do things like parents often do with their children. And then the child says, I know, but they don't because they haven't done it yet, right? So Judgment reversed, holding back an announcement, or just poor judgment here, or needing to swallow their pride, being home or about home, and ending the nightmare, or coming out of hiding, ending the stress or anxiety in a losing battle, or the ending of conflict here, the wounded warrior surrendering to the Queen of Wands upright, or the Queen of Wands is the one who becomes the butterfly now, or births the butterfly in a painful birth process, the Knight of Cups upright being love now, or offering romance at night, or at eclipse. This birthing can be the releasing of someone too from a bad situation. The Knight of Cups being love, or offering romance, which also could be Cancer energy at night, or at the eclipse, as the Divine Masculine's heart, or to the Divine Masculine's heart, with or from, or it says with it, or from, could be withholding from or saving for the Queen of Cups here upright, the Knight of Cups for the Queen of Cups. Or the Queen of Cups is reaching out to the Knight of Cups to give them a hand, or to pull them along. You know, just a little reminder. Or the Queen of Wands upright is juggling the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups kids, or Cancer mom excited for them to come home, or the Queen of Cups being saved by the universe and pulled away from the Knight of Cups, or taken away from the Knight of Cups by the tide or changes in the wind, or pulled apart by the eclipse, or stretching out the vacation perhaps now longer than expected, which actually may be a good thing. And again, it could be that the energies are coming together, but they're stretching it out just a little bit longer, right? Maybe the new egg that hatched maybe just needs a little time to get their footing before coming together. And then we had the Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, and Five of Cups all in a row reversed, letting go of all past emotional attachments, right? Or things that no longer serve you, letting go of any confusion or falling out or sadness, missing the horse with no name because they're coming to visit, standing up for self, lighting flame or spark as the Emperor's upright and the Empress is reversed, perhaps post-war or post-War of the Roses, or justice or divorce here, but uncomfortable in each other's presence at 12:25, the Hanging Man and the Knight of Wands. Or the son is taking care of the mother this time for Mother's Day, as opposed to her taking care of him, right? Someone growing up. And perhaps for some, it's like you're all of a sudden seeing my child's grown up at 12:26, which is the Hanging Man and the Page of Wands. The Devil upright and the Temperance card upright. Hot foot and bonfire. Capricorn and Saggy in the spotlight or on stage with Scorpio, or what's left of them in a death or ending or dark night of the soul, or skeleton, somebody might be wasting away. And that could be someone who's very sick, and I'm sorry about that. I definitely get that. My father's legs were like nothing when he passed away. But that's because he was in a wheelchair for a long, long time. But it could be anything, or somebody might be losing too much weight. And what is it from? Or this is just referencing Scorpio in the South Node, so anything related to that is wasting away. And again, there could, the market changes. You're probably feeling that because you're seeing your money go down. But again, let go of it. Let the universe take care of it. Or 3 coming together with the Ten of Cups family, center stage, or on the world stage with their sovereign, or sovereignty. Or the goat and the stork, perhaps camping out together, or maybe just camping in the backyard, or telling ghost stories around the fire, or seeing the northern lights, or the grid lights, or excited to see a new laser system that just got installed, or a new home that's all lit up at night and looks beautiful because you just got new lights put out there. Or Cancer and Capricorn and Saggy male, and that can be a male you received as well, and great happiness while Scorpio withers away in their sovereignty. But again, that's South Node placement of perhaps Scorpio feeling pushed out, right, and perhaps feeling alone. At 12:43, which is the Hanging Man and the 43, which my son's Scorpio is soul number 43. But the coming together of that 12, of hanging out together, and perhaps someone's lost weight, or just really standing in their sovereignty here. Even if they're alone, they're okay. The Queen of Swords reversed at work with a bad reputation, and that could be someone who's kind of verbally abusive at work, or is giving someone the silent treatment, or she's just really hurt. I mean, this could be someone who suffered a great loss. But somebody may be overworking or throwing themselves into their work so they don't think about sad things, or just not working out, or dumping a load, burden, or responsibilities, or Atlas dropped the ball. Hanging out, perhaps inverting, perhaps with the Magician reversed or Gemini reversed, who may feel insecure or without tools or being manipulative. Only the truth in a heated exchange with the Hermit reversed, or perhaps someone losing their mind, or now coming out with the Page of Swords reversed, who may not be speaking to the High Priestess reversed, or the Page of Swords reversed child may be lying and spying or spreading rumors, or maybe be talking back. Or there's rumors between them, the High Priestess and the Hermit, or Virgo reversed and Pisces reversed, and the child between them. And maybe they're not happy because the child's between them, and it just might be uncomfortable, like sitting in a car with a child between you, and maybe they keep fidgeting or doing things that are uncomfortable. The King of Swords upright may be foolish here and depressed, or with a child who is, or embarrassed or shy and doesn't like to be in the spotlight and they're scared to go out of the house kind of energy. With Gemini and Aquarius both reversed here. Perhaps the father without tools to help their child, or perhaps a pet who's acting weird or funny. At 104, which is the Magician and the Emperor. Okay, so now the third one. So here's the third message. Same deck, the last one is a different deck. That's the Lenormand deck. I might as well show you that one here too. So this is the read right after that. And this again is in that order. This one, the underlying energies are down here. I just spread them out so you could see what was below it. But the house is the underlying energy in this read. And yeah, and the Eight of Cups, as you see, this is the underlying energy over here. Okay. So that first one here, and I kind of wanted this to be more geared towards financial stuff since, you know, we're being hit right now. At 111, which is the Magician and the 11 of Justice, the underlying energy is really around dreams coming true, right? Healing or healed or dreaming or being a healer or a dreamer as the Queen of Pentacles upright. But this is coming up as being the star of her own life and being smart to just walk away and be at peace with their child perhaps on Mother's Day, right? Don't worry about the other stuff. Focus on what's going well for you. The Strength card with a rose in their mouth, or shining the light. You know, this is you as Leo energy, like the child energy, shining your light even when it's dark, and especially when it's dark, to allow others to see you while going through detoxing certain things. We have the powerful Leo energy here, and the Scorpio energy is up right here, but perhaps they've lost weight or just withering away, like I said. And that could be, and then Capricorn was coming up reversed, putting out hot feet fires. You know, it's kind of like jumping up and down on their feet, right? Maybe somebody's feet are just really burning all the time as well. Or flames fizzled after Scorpio watched Leo yesterday. Or the Queen of Wands reversed, maybe broken or withdrawn, or with Cancer reversed and dissatisfied, but yet the connection one-to-one is very peaceful with the Empress upright and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And again, that could be a son or daughter coming together with their mother. Butterfly is free from the chrysalis here, to juggle, perform, distract, act, play, be silly, to balance day to day. And the Ace of Pentacles, a big offer to the group, or paying for the truth. Or the Knight of Swords to rush in here. The Knight of Pentacles reversed perhaps was stuck, but then all of a sudden maybe they're free to offer their time, money, and energy to the group, or to play, or go on vacation together with the Knight of Swords with the truth, or perhaps deliverance. Cancer reversed and over it. So that could be someone, again, getting a clean bill of health regarding Cancer. Dumping emotional attachments to sadness, regret, guilt, and shame. Unable to sleep or awake. To the downturn in a move, a visit, or unstable house or family, or injustice, or the world at large. And Libra times 2 here, so it could be 2 Libras here. Perhaps one can't sleep, or awakening, and the other unstable or moving or the party's over. And now what? Third party or no reunion, or overindulging people, or underindulging. So again, it's all about balance. The overindulgers aren't wrong, the underindulgers aren't wrong. They're both in balance. They need to come more to the center and not be so indulgent or so underindulgent. You need to have balance in life. The King of Swords reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed need help from the King of Wands in the spotlight, or who got burned by the spotlight and became the fallen angel, or unable to get past the lasers here. At 129, the Magician and the Three of Wands. So there definitely could be some kind of scam or heist here where someone's trying to figure out how to get past the lasers in a secure zone. Or again, somebody could be just watching Ocean's 11 or something like that. Or the King of Swords reversed missed an opportunity with the King of Wands to be on stage when they lost their temper. And there's all the fire signs here. The Emperor upright might have a nervous stomach, with the Queen of Swords reversed, who may be kind of verbally abusive or in separation and verbally abusive. And then the Queen of Swords reversed may have a bad reputation. Or the Emperor's worried about in separation in a marriage that she'll destroy his reputation or perhaps tell his secrets. And or release the Queen of Cups reversed or under the radar communication so that the Queen of Cups reversed will have to surrender or give up or whatever, so that the Queen of Swords can win. There's that kind of that energy there. This can also just be two people not getting along at work, and maybe one has the power to fire the other one. And the Emperor may be nervous about this. He's upright, but the two queens are reversed. Or maybe he has to separate them, whether that's at home or at work. Yeah. And there may be confidentiality issues at play there too, especially if it's at work. At 134 is the Magician, and the 34 of the Eight of Wands, the energetic exchange, the arrows of love. And this is that Lenormand Reverie deck read. And here in the underlying energy, the Knight and Queen of Cups perhaps need to map out the bridges to take, or perhaps a random trip. The Page of Wands inspired to read or crack codes. With the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or legacy, that could be looking into family history again as well. Or the pushy mother, or the powers that be, pushing them along to go. Capricorn or Dark Mother with the weight of the world. Or perhaps she has a map or compass or directions for the child here, or for them to relate one-to-one. Or telling romantic little pup with the Ten of Cups, happy family, where or how to go or get there. Or this pup being led, whether it's a child or actual puppy. Perhaps they're being shown how to find their own emotional fulfillment by going it alone, even though they're scared to drive alone or something like that. Or going on vacation or sun and fun with a group offering of time, money, or effort, with the Queen of Pentacles on the Fool's Journey. The fox may be up ahead and the pup trying to catch up on a walk home, or will catch up with them when they get home. Perhaps Cancer or Pisces pup and the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps an Aries or with Aries in their chart. And the fox wounded warrior, Sagittarius, headed for a higher love, or fallen angel of the family, and all headed to the King of Cups' house here. Capricorn mother polar bear or powers pushing the fox wounded warrior out of the house, but the pup doesn't want them to go, or going to stay at the other parent's house, the King of Cups or Emperor. So this could be, a couple splitting up where the children or the pets are separated between them. And perhaps there could be visits also where they have to bring the kids or pets together, but the parents obviously don't want to have to do that. So the first grouping here is the snake in the garden with poisons, toxins, and the Queen of Wands, Cancer, or Britney Spears was coming up here as well. Poison snake or apples, or saucy Queen of Wands, the vehicle of infiltration, the one to help you get in, or has the car, or has the getaway vehicle. With the Page of Wands, Libra, or cracking the whip, impatient mother and child, just like each other, with allergies and imprisoned by gardens, or imprisoned by public judgment, or imprisoned or released, Cancer and Libra in Aquarius, or public. And it's kind of the energy of you either love them or you hate them. Or you hate weeding since you're sensitive to poison ivy, etc. Or two fighting over what to do with the yard, or where to go, perhaps bush gardens, or snapping at each other before an event. The rider on a magic journey with the baton, and they're happy about it, over the rainbow with delivery or deliverance. And there could be Gemini or Virgo, Pisces and Aquarius here. Perhaps with luck on their side, or the four-leaf clover, with Magician and High Priestess nesting the dream. Happy to share their nest with the Queen of Cups, things looking up with them. The loving man, twin flame, or with a choice and a rose in hand. And child in transition, Page of Swords, or Scorpio message of the King of Wands with a mess to clean up, or standing up to the kids. Or Queen of Wands and King of Wands coming separately for the child, perhaps bringing the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords together, and they could be two little ones who are living in separate houses, or they're pets who've been separated by divorce, who they're bringing together so they can see each other. At 156, which is the Magician and the Two of Swords. So then at 57, which is the Three of Swords, regarding the pet visit due to living in different houses now, and the powers and towers exposed, a need for peace or peaceful places to go, through the maze or the labyrinth, or perhaps a lot of bushes to go through, or somebody's running through the cornfields or something like that, or figuring things out on which way to go, with Leo and Libra, or Jack in the Box, coming together to discern or get rid of their crap, or clear the fields, or clear the air, or the mother's or to grandmother's house we go. And then at 201, a challenge to complete, She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. The energetic exchange of the Page of Cups Pisces and the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Wands, with new passion and perhaps getting married or committed here. A loving lady with truth and gifts, with message of love, passion, and inspiration, dancing between the masculine and the feminine, the jackals and hides, or Jekylls and Hydes, and doctors and patients, sovereignty and independent child here at 214, which is Valentine's Day. And it may feel like every day is Valentine's Day with them. Doing the dance with wise counsel of the divine feminine's heart, both the dark and the light of the two dancing together. And again, that very beautiful energy of Mother's Day and mothers coming together with their children. And that could be a loving relationship coming together as well. So let's go back to the Twin Flame read. And I was just getting again to Grandmother's house we go. So Little Red Riding Hood, and that could be an Aries energy. Okay, this is the main read, the SIRIAN Starseed deck. And here is the full 7 deck read. Okay, so this was started, and again, the movie 4D Love was coming up, but it's coming up as 4D Love. So that's the topic here. 4D love, being in the 4th density. Okay, so we're in the 4th density, although we call, dimensionally is a little bit different than density. And we call it 5D, but we're actually in the 4th density as the planet for a long, long time. That, that's going to be way past our lifetime. But as far as the density, it's different because we can flip back and forth between the dimensions on a regular basis, day to day. So at 8:58, is the 8 of strength, the dance between the masculine and feminine, the manifestation of dreams, and 58 of the 4 of swords, which for me is the 5D connection. And that's when I cut and dealt the read. At 9:09, F crystals came up. And right before I went to take my shower, it was 8:08. That was coming up as well. So 8:08, Lion's Gate, and then 9:09 also came up, F crystals, which can reference use, cursing at crystals, or money, or being Christ-like, or purging. And then ALS was coming up as well, which is Luke Gehrig's, but it can be other things as well, because it means like, Christ-like. I was just getting my phrase too, all eyes see. But again, the F for me is expansion and contraction of the Phi energy, or staying in the middle, reflecting those crystals. Right? Whether that being more Christ-like, or purging and letting it out, or dealing with crystals, literally, or perhaps I can reference, time, money, and energy, and remembering to focus on what's going well. Don't focus on the negative. If you need to purge, allow that. There's nothing wrong with that. But then just come right back to center again. At 9:09, which is 2 hermits as well. At 9:18, which is then my birthday, which is 9 of the Hermit and the 18 of the Moon, all the mini clarifiers were coming out there. It's the details, and that's interesting too, because Virgo is all about details. So something about the details here. And then when I finished clarifying, it was at 9:23, which is the Hermit and the King of Wands. We have reflection, solar deity, so that's the Hermit and the Sun. We have alchemy, which is the Temperance card, and abundance, which is the Empress. Before the read, the Strength card came up with the Shadow, which is the Devil, and the Starseed, which is the Fool. And then after the read, Karma, Star, and Wheel came up, which is Judgment, the Star, and the Great Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of major arcana in this read. We had 1 wand, 3 swords, 1 cup, 1 pentacle, or 2 pentacles. So 13 and 12 were coming up, which are both kind of ending type energies or cards. The 13 of Death, the 12 of the Hanging Man, seeing new perspectives in transition. And then within the main part of the read, the only thing that came up was the 9 of Swords. There was no court cards in the read. And then the 9 of Cups also came up. And then after the read was the Knight of Wands. That was the only court card anywhere. We had triple tens here. So really high vibration. Keep it high. A really fast vibration there, or frequency. And then 66 came up with 99 as well, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And 2 nines is about compassion, endings. It's the Hermit and the Collective at the same time. And it's about, universal selflessness and compassion for others. And again, in endings and completions that happen. The code line is all about manifestation, change, and birth. And the number 6, which is lovers or love, family, and community. It's also the reference of the 4D and the 369 in the present moment. So we're in the 4th density. So that 6 can become the 0 because we're in the present moment now. So we're not going anywhere. We're in the 4D. And that message of the code line regarding manifestation, change, and birth. And by the way, those words were broken up into manifestation, ch, and ange, and then birth. So this is the way that played out. Sophia to the nth degree, tifo. So somebody might be getting some cheers from the crowds, or their names spelled out in letters, or some kind of message to them, some kind of cheerleading for them. Sophia to the nth degree, tifo. A show of power, the only woman or the only one, not even lovers. A protest or demonstration, to pause, to break, or to go to church to pray, to channel an angel, or birth, or perhaps to point out a birthing process here. So something moral about a foe, a show of power to blame the grandmother's family, or the grandmother and the family, a protest or break to channel anxiety, right? So it's like going to your separate corners to meditate, to let go of the anxiety of whatever your family was bringing up, or that kind of thing. So again, something moral about a foe, whether that's a false person, your enemy, or perhaps a dear one. Something moral about a foe, a show of power in order to blame somebody else, perhaps to blame the grandmother, blame the family. But it's seeing the bad and the good in the situation, right? You're talking about a foe, which is the enemy, and yet there's something moral about this at the same time. And again, someone teaching the family how to take a protest or break in order to channel their anxiety, or birth something new from the situation, or channel a painful, tight birth. So this could be someone also who's going through a very difficult, painful birth. Sophia is, to the nth degree, is the moral man. What's his name? So it's coming up as, it's again referencing the masculine and the feminine as one. Sophia, to the nth degree, is the moral man. What's his name? And I was getting the word isola, which means an island or isolated. The hermit, lovers, and a demonstration of prayer and channeling angels, of horsepower, literally riding a horse, or Mr. Ed, horsepower to point out oppression, or something that's severe, or a painful birth, right? Using other ways to demonstrate something. So we start this read at 1017, which is the Wheel of Fortune, the 17 of the star, and then reflection was the first card in the underlying energy. And that's this card right there. And you have the mini cards on top. And beneath that top card is the Strength card reversed, then the Shadow upright, the 7 of Swords reversed, the Starseed reversed, and the 3 of Pentacles reversed. So again, failure to launch is coming up. It's been coming up all week, if not 2. Failure to launch through the ring of fire in the shadow web. And remember that Lionsgate is always like a graduation point. But it feels like the graduation is July 23rd, and that you always have those 4 weeks before Lionsgate, right, to correct yourself before totally being ruled out. And then Lionsgate is like the cutoff, and then you go into this after graduation, like no man's land until 9/9. So that's coming up here. So make sure you get yourself right, or get yourself in order for graduation if you haven't graduated already, that kind of thing. So the failure to launch through the ring of fire in the shadow web, coming clean or cleaning up the act or space, perhaps embarrassed with issues at work, or somebody's falling on their face or from grace with issues at work, with the Hermit or reflecting, and the Queen of Pentacles with an advisor or Virgo. This could be an older relative or a professional as well. And the Page of Pentacles, or mediator, between the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, which can be siblings or mother and child, or just two earth signs who are getting counseling perhaps, or two Virgos reflecting each other. Specifically, there's definitely could be two hermits here. The weak Empress reversed, or sick, or missing the Queen of Cups, or in separation, or the Queen of Pentacles without their mother, and the Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups to watch over them while the Queen of Pentacles takes care of the Empress reversed, or gets advice for her, or takes her to the doctor's appointment. So again, there could be a child watching another child here, or a pet while they go to the doctors. With Leo, Aries, and Taurus reversed, but Virgo's upright here, and the King of Cups reversed may be sad or grieving loss or regret of a battle and a split, or due to a lie, and lovers out in the cold, or patience, ill, injured, and the Knight of Wands reversed player with issues at work, or challenged by an opponent and may not win, with the lovers reversed or Gemini reversed, and drained in need of sun and fun, or overexposed or feeling burned in a bold move, travel, or trip, with Cancer and Virgo upright, lovers undercover, there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. The child fell off the horse after not feeling the love. And again, riding a horse, you know, is all energy, because the horse is intuitive about your energy. So if they know that you're scared, they're going to take advantage of you, or they're not going to play with you. It's that same kind of energy. Like, you can't hide your feelings anymore, because other people are going to pick up on it right away. At 1037 is the 10 of that high vibe, and the 37 of the King of Cups. Or there could be no love loss here at work between Sagittarius reversed, Gemini and Leo reversed, or Leo reversed or Gemini reversed took off for vacation, or taking the show on the road, or that may be Cancer upright. Taming, channeling the beasts, black and white, and the wings in the middle. Fallen angel, chariots of fire, or angels showing the child how to lift or look under the hood, or how to raise their arms when they're nervous, or how not to think and just get right back on the horse, or how to orchestrate a trip, or a scene change, or a change of scenery, or the angels choir singing here, or how to close the garage after they leave. So it seems like there's a child being taught a lot of things so that they could take care of things while somebody's away. Leo reversed with their butt perhaps in the way, or sticking their nose where it doesn't belong, or tempted to hold back downloads or messages, or no download to the crown there, or knocked for a loop with issues at work, reflecting the Hermit with light, or two hermits with light here. And that can be two separate Virgos or two professionals. It could be two older wise people together, or it can be, you know, like me and mini-me as well. You know, being very much like each other, perhaps a parent and child. The Queen of Pentacles upright and the Page of Pentacles upright here. The Page of Pentacles may be researching health or health care of the Empress. So it could be a child trying to take care of their mother or grandmother, or the angel of a child, a childhood wounding, or studying ancestry and how the Queen of Cups fell so far from the Empress's tree, and the Empress is reversed. How did the Queen of Cups upright, right, a loving, very loving, kind person, fall so far from the Empress reversed tree? Or how did she break the chain, because this is somebody who wants to break their family chain or their side of the family. And Fleetwood Mac was coming up there too, breaking the chain. And Bernie Mac also. Hermit and the Warrior. And that was just two ways of breaking the chain, right, through music and through Bernie Mac, or some humor here. But clean humor, you know, too. That's just fun for the kids. Hermit and Warrior. The King of Cups perhaps done an inspection. And the Knight of Wands reversed and the Emperor reversed, trying to end the nightmare with the King of Cups reversed. Or the Knight of Wands reversed is wanting to follow suit and break the chain from the Emperor reversed to the King of Cups reversed to the Knight of Wands reversed, who may be living and dying by the sword and only resting when they die, or neither able to sleep or awake and now over it. So pushing them out of bed perhaps, pushing Sleeping Beauty, who may be refusing to wake up. With the Magician reversed, who's so past the point of hangry, dumping the trophy wife to straddle the fence, where freedom is on one side and sweet tweets and scissors, magnets and coins on the other. I'm losing my voice a little bit there too. They're still struggling with straddling the fence. No longer obsessing or inspecting every inch of the hostage, as Quasimodo and Cyrano partner up to make a deal, or both want the same girl. On your marks, let the best man win, and both facing their fears at 11 o'clock, so double zeros backing up the 11 of justice, truth, and balance. The hostage counting on the pillar placement, working, or trying to reach the scissors to cut themselves free, and then magnetize the gold coin after they stole a DNA sample or a lock of her hair to place intentions on. With nature and number 74, and beneath that physical activity of 67, the Knight of Pentacles, perhaps he's been unable to get her down off of the glass ceiling to get them to the gate, allowing nature to take its place or its course. Then we have the Queen of Swords and the Emperor with the Knight of Cups reversed, jealous or rejected of a big love. Or Scorpio and Dark Knight lighting the torch with the Divine Feminine in 5D, or Pisces reversed, or the World Cup. So there could be tennis stuff coming up, and that was coming up with the movie last night, 4D Love, as well. And my family is a big tennis family, so, but that could be definitely coming up. I actually went to a World Cup. Was it a World Cup? I forget what it was. I forget all. Don't mind me. There's a lot of things I don't remember word-wise because back in 2016, if you don't know already, I got hit by a car. And I'm fine, but, you know, if it weren't life, you know, knocking my memory off balance as it is due to other reasons and things, you know, that certainly didn't help. So I really struggle sometimes finding the simplest of words. But I went to a tennis tournament, very up close, and boy, was it fun to feel the power of that. It was the same kind of feeling, and actually, you know, you get on TV too because, you know, you're sitting close to the match. But I got the same feeling going to hockey, even just going to watch, you know, like the Flyers practice. It's the hugeness of the power that they create is really something to see really close up like that. So there's a message around that. We have Aries upright, Scorpio upright, and Pisces reversed. New love and surrendering, standing up to or around and knocked for a loop, or the world turned upside down at 11:15. Justice and the Devil here. The dark cello is coming up here and lighting the Olympic torch, or Scorpio energies with Pisces in chart, or surrendering to the fall. Lady Liberty and Trump Plaza, and jealous of I Love New York, and Ellis Island and death at Ellis Island, and lighting Lady Liberty. And the new statue then moved to DC. So all the stuff around New York was coming up. The Divine Feminine in 5D. I was just getting the Devil's Workshop, right? Idle Hands in the Devil's Workshop regarding alignment with the devil in New York. But also that's 11 of truth and balance and the shadow side. The Divine Feminine 5D and Pisces reversed, needing closure or cycle almost done. The crazy world reflecting the bold move of the King of Cups reversed. Or perhaps this could be on a world scale as well regarding presidents and Scorpio energy. Or that energy no longer in control and or passing the torch. Which actually, I did notice that in the news yesterday that Biden, you know, passed the torch to the new press secretary, where Jen left office and then Karina came into office. So Jen was I looked up their birthdays. Jen was a Scorpio, a Sagittarius. And Karina is a Leo, August 13th. And happens to be age 44, and she was born in 77, so that was interesting. Pisces reversed, Virgo upright. One second, I'm just going to leave them a message. Okay. Okay, so Pisces reversed and Virgo and Cancer upright with the King of Cups reversed, who woke up naturally. And I'm getting the song, naturally. I remember I cried when my father died, never wishing to hide the tears. And my mother, God rest her soul. I can't remember the lyrics. Couldn't understand why the only man she had ever loved had been taken, leaving me to doubt God in his mercy, who, if he really does exist, why did he desert me in my hour of need? I truly am indeed alone again, naturally. So I'm getting that energy. This is 1104. Justice and the Eight of Wands, that energetic exchange and arrows of love. Coming clean, the Knight of Wands upright with Chariot, or Sagittarius and Cancer saying, what took so long? As the Knight of Cups reversed, who may be jealous or feeling rejected and embarrassed, the Page of Wands reversed may feel uninspired or imprisoned or anxious and coming together to share work and implement a plan, but lost their patience or the fallen angel, or fell and defending themselves for no reason, and unfulfilled, powerless, unhappy with self, and the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community dysfunction, or it's their loss, not mine, at 1152. So finally someone coming into their power at 1152 of Justice and the Queen of Swords. And that could be Libra energy too at the Queen of Swords. The recent past is the Nine of Swords reversed, coming out of hiding, the Hierophant upright, frustrated in a split or a needing of the truth, of energetic exchange with the King of Pentacles, with an unhappy family between the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess sharing synchronicities. The Three of Swords upright, of heartbreak and separation or disappointment, of the Queen of Cups upright, or separation from family and looking back, with the Knight of Swords upright rushing in with new information, or delivery to clear the air. With King of Pentacles Taurus, or Divine Feminine here with Pisces and Queen of Cups upright, and the foundation of the Ten of Swords reversed, where the worst is over and reflecting bliss, the Hermit receiving love from an announcement or a wake-up call, or perhaps a call or music piped in, as the Knight of Pentacles upright is offering help to Libra, or their offer destined here, or Aquarius offers love and the Knight of Pentacles Libra offers help or something practical in return, or Libra calls offering love and Virgo offers help or friendship or an invite extended. The central energy of the solar deity reversed or low energy, taking a load off or dumping a load or burden, responsibility, or unhappy with self, or to go it alone, even if blissful, and the worst now over, challenged by the Ten of Cups reversed, unable to carry the load at times, and announcing or calling a wake-up to the Knight of Pentacles to offer their love, and the Knight of Cups reversed feeling trapped or feeling like their hands are tied, and the Page of Swords reversed letting go to fix up the place or make amends. The Knight of Pentacles called and invited the Queen of Wands, who may be looking at other things and rejected due to projects or bad news or having to spend so they can't afford it because they have to fix things up. Or the Lovers reversed without affection, but they do have bliss here, or a breakup and now the worst is over, or after sex glow here, flirting or cuddling, and perhaps cuddling and someone saying, not now, honey, and Libra refusing to be silenced, or Justice in the awakening to the twin flame, or eating out with kids, or soulmate receiving love from a peaceful place, or travels with the High Priestess coming clean about feeling bad, or guilty about the King of Pentacles upright at 1219, the Hanging Man and the Sun. The High Priestess and the King of Pentacles together in two areas. So they're definitely related here. The High Priestess, which can be Pisces, but it also can be Aquarius and Virgo as well. But also can be someone who's an aide or a nurse, or someone babysitting, or a sister, or literally a nun, or just someone helping out. So the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles here together in two places. And now the alchemy reversed is not blending. The standing up to the Page of Wands reversed and the World, Divine Feminine or Pisces, defending their position to frustrated Pisces or Divine Feminine, Queen of Cups reversed, maybe suffering in silence, or a sister due to Libra reversed and Pisces reversed, and grounding, integrating, and mastering, or at the gym, or just grounding how to receive love and be lovers out in the cold together. With Sagittarius reversed, and this could be two twins coming together to go do a retreat together, go camping out together, just get back to nature and ground and just work some things out. And then we have Sagittarius reversed, the fallen angel, or losing patience, or the Page of Wands reversed, maybe losing their temper as well. And the King of Cups reversed with the Star reversed, or fallen star here, or fallen angel here, or with also a narcissistic Hierophant, or perhaps their father, or Taurus with Aquarius in their chart, or the King of Cups reversed is depressed in a narcissistic marriage, or a narcissistic religion or religious leader or establishment or Taurus. So definitely cult energy can come up there as well. Or again, like I said, the old man. The King of Swords upright connecting with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, their dysfunction or loss of Libra or justice. And again, there could be a divorce there with justice. And the Aquarius reversed, or depressed Queen of Swords reversed, Aquarius, Taurus, uncomfortable in the avoid dance. Perhaps fell or embarrassed self at work with issues, or finding peace or peaceful travels, or someone sneaking out at night to spy under the radar, or being attention seeking, unable to sleep, or can't due to the fact that they only confessed after they got caught, but they didn't actually admit their guilt. And this is someone maybe not being able to sleep with someone anymore because they only admitted something because they got caught. And they wouldn't have come clean otherwise. Is someone not wanting to be in the same bed with them, or they can't sleep because they don't trust them, or just refusing to sleep with their partner who's been lying to them. Perhaps after a sudden event or avoiding disaster, uncomfortable with the Page of Swords reversed without a leg to stand on, boldly moving or traveling, or Cancer playing hardball, or withholding and making them feel bad, or refusing to give them a lift. Soon here is the Nine of Cups reversed, dissatisfied alone, the Queen of Wands upright, and the King of Wands upright, connected but looking in different directions. The Six of Cups upright, looking back, or looking at childhood memories. The fallen angel, or looking back to try to see when a child lost their way, or implementing a plan or investment in new information or clarity, or knocking off balance and drained, or kids being draining, or just remembering back those days where you just couldn't take it anymore. And the Queen of Swords reversed in a death or ending with the Emperor reversed, or Dark Knight or Scorpio between them. With Saggy, Leo reversed, Scorpio upright, and Aries reversed as well here. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Four of Swords reversed, perhaps not sleeping and tripping up, or wide awake and breaking patterns. So again, the polarity in the situation. Perhaps dropping the facade, unstable home, or dependent moving, or powerless, or in a money pit, and the Magician reversed without tools, and insecure and or manipulative, receiving an ultimatum or a choice to make, to come clear and face their fears, or be taken down. Retreat, give your relationship a chance, and heart-to-heart conversations come up for the twins here. Around them, or how they're seen, is the Abundance card reversed, or the Mother reversed, Grandmother reversed, or just in lack in general. This can be a miscarriage as well. Or Empress reversed, Wounded Warrior, guarding or defending their reunion or their social life. The Wounded Warrior coming together with Dark Knight or Scorpio, who may be vulnerable to conflict or not liking to deal with conflict, but that's not like a Scorpio. Or not interested in fighting. Or baby on a quest to get their way. And Scorpio upright. So again, like, the baby of the family on a quest to get their way, the kind of spoiled energy there. We have Scorpio upright and Taurus reverse, which was interesting because, Taurus is in the North Node and Scorpio is in the South Node. So you'd think it would be the opposite. But Taurus, it looks like Scorpio is pushing their agenda, but without freaking out or without confrontation. Maybe there's Scorpios learning how to not be confrontative and be more peaceful about it. And then Taurus is reversed here, which can be that stubbornness coming out. Or, and remember that Scorpio and Taurus are on the same axis, so they both can share those traits. So it could be this seesaw of going back and forth between a Scorpio and a Taurus, reflecting each other's traits in a major way, in a very transformative or deep way. Or there could be a death or ending here, or could be a miscarriage, or a group supporting their right to choose. The block here being the Six of Pentacles upright, sharing and being charitable or settling out at the eclipse, or the Knight of Swords upright, up early to catch the worm, or never slept, and they may be running truth, running deliveries, or running numbers from dawn to dusk at 1:04, the Magician and the Emperor. Then I was also getting Mercury the Messenger, who never gives up, right? Kind of like the postman's thing, you know, through rain and sleet and snow and hail, always ready to bring the mail, or just bring it. 1:05, the Magician and the Hierophant. And are they ready for that? To be constantly on and bringing it all the time. Birth, change, manifestation, but even more so here, completion, leadership, and relationship change. With the Two of Cups, love, and the Two Bowls split. So again, the polarity there. The Ten of Pentacles reverse, family, business, or community, dysfunction or loss. And the King of Wands upright, who may be overworked or not working out, or in 6 degrees of separation without a leg to stand on. And the High Priestess offering love to win or love to twin, but winning could be coming up there too, because that was a Freudian slip, I suppose. The High Priestess offering love to their twin or to their kids, coming clean to the King of Pentacles here, where Pisces or Divine Feminine to the King of Pentacles, Cancer, or Taurus, or Queen of Wands is saying their hands are tied or they're trapped with their kids, and the King of Wands is always working. So perhaps they never have time for each other. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed without patience or without balance, and the Knight of Wands reversed falling short or paralyzed by their passions, in a wake-up call, depressed, in need of hope, or feeling like a failure, feeling very needy or attention-seeking behavior, destined or Libra Capricorn temptation here, or tempted by the devil, or the ball and chain is the devil, and with them on a tight leash here. This could be someone finally recognizing what they've been dealing with all this time, but never actually saw it that way before. At 129, which is the Magician and the Three of Wands. The opposite of two sovereigns here, complementing each other, but now able to see their perfect complement. So this, I want to show you these 4 cards, because these 4 cards came up as the next cards after the end here. And this is the literal perfect situation. And yet in the read, all 4 of them were reversed. It's coming up as the masculine being shown their perfect mismatch, which would be this reversed, right? Or actually this way. It would be like this. So this is what they're being shown, so that they can see the polarity of that. So they will see who their perfect complement actually is. And this is someone sovereign in their practical world, right? Achieving that sovereignty with the perfect, happy, loving family. And here's the one achieving their emotional sovereignty and having the stability, perhaps from her wealthy family, right? Or abundant family, however you take that energy. But it's that perfect balance. You can't get better than this. So I had to show you that, even though they were all reversed in this read. It's because the masculine's being shown and that could be their partnership, is actually been the opposite of that. And them being polarized to see that opposite, that they're perfectly mismatched, they're not complementary to each other, in order to be able to see what actually is the perfect match and what is the perfect complement to themselves. That could be coming up. So, reflecting, so the opposite of two sovereigns complementing each other, but now able to see that perfect complement. Reflecting the bliss at 132, which is the Magician and the Journey. Reflecting the bliss, awake to the lack, coming out of hiding drained with sunshine, and challenged by not leaving the wounded warrior behind in the past, falling off the horse again, and only admitting their guilt after being caught. So again, the need to lie and be sneaky. And why do kids do that? Especially our sons, which I definitely get that. And there's without energy here, or overexposed, feeling burned or dissatisfied or unhappy alone, sharing impatience and imbalance with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community dysfunction, not the legacy of the Knight of Wands reversed player, who's not a man of integrity, and now being called out. 4D love, or 4D love, and the wake-up call in need of hope. At 136, the Magician and the Atlas of the weight of the world on their shoulders, leaving the wounded warrior behind. The final fall of the devil's call, or in other words, the thing about insanity, right? If you keep repeating the same thing, right? And now the masculine breaking the cycle. Weakened by the devil, unable to deliver that new start with issues at work, with the hermit reflecting and coming out of hiding, perhaps a sister or suffering in silence and the world upside down, or the divine feminine in 5D in bliss, with Leo reversed and Saggy reversed, in need of his sunshine and her angel of a higher love, the challenge being dumping a load, a burden, or all their responsibilities, and not falling back into that same old, right, that same old burden or routine or codependency or addiction. Being awake means being not alone without mother, or in need of abundance here instead of lack, but sharing of the Empress reversed. So this is, again, awake and not alone, even if you're without your mother, or in need of abundance here, but sharing, or the Empress reversed is sharing with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community of dysfunction, so they're sharing each other's codependencies there. With the Knight of Wands reversed in a wake-up call to karma, or the mother's car, or depressed under the radar and destined to be tempted, or accept your light and your shadow, and therefore bringing in the balance here at 144. Literally, I was finished right there at 144 last night. So, of course, 144, and the 1 is the Magician, the 44 is the grounding, integrating, and mastering of how to receive love, and it's 4 o'clock on the dot here. 00 is backing up the 4 of the Emperor, or stability. And the 16 is here with the Magician, so sudden events, and it just hit 44 again here, too. So the 144 with the Tower in the middle. Of sudden events, epiphanies, or sexual exchange. And let's just go ahead and pull a few quick cards. What do I want to do here? I'm going to pull an animal card today. So we're going to pull from the animal deck here. It's a very stiff deck. And you can take that any way you want, but it is. So somebody's an animal out there, guys. And there's a cat, a Persian cat, or a very cool cat. They took off their crown. They're literally, their paws, they're showing you, look, I took off my crown. I took it off. I still have my throne, but I took off the crown. I'm not giving away the throne. The cool cat. And it's a white cat. Okay. Aw, and I was getting two. I ain't no angel though. And then the bottom of the deck is the little mouse, the Emperor. The Emperor is the little mouse inside. It's so cute. The deer mouse. Dear mouse, somebody's bringing you flowers, or perhaps a wish, or a clover, or something like that. You got blueberries there, and hazelnuts. And I don't know if these are, they look like lifesavers. I don't know if they are. And a butterfly. That mouse is so cute. And look at that, the bottom, this is what's the bottom of the deck, and the cover of it is the cat. So we have the cat and mouse game here. And the mouse is bringing flowers. The 8 of Spring. Look, there's that bee. You've been presented with many wonderful, wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. And this is the movie. In the movie last night, they were driving across the country, and in the middle of the countryside, they came across these huge spiders, and it was like a big gang of spiders on the road. And that's what this is reminding me of. And she was freaking out, of course, and they were like splatting on the windshield and stuff. So again, 8 of Spring. And actually, when someone came over for an estimate yesterday, And I have bees by my front door, but you know, they never bother me, so I don't worry about it. But we were having a discussion about the bees, so it's funny that this is coming up with that. And being one with nature, because then he was showing me the foxes in behind his house, and his I don't know, another animal, I don't know, like a gopher or something like that. I forget what it was, but so cute. You know, being one with nature. So and that was a masculine energy, saying the same thing. How cute. So here is the 10 of Winter of the Siberian Husky as well. And he's very much the energy of my parents' old doggy. His name was Periscope. Siberian Husky dog. The end of a career path, project, or relationship brings feelings of mixed joy and sadness, relief and disappointment. Put aside your fears about these changes and trust that a brighter future awaits. Okay, so he's given up his husky pulling sled days to do something else. Perhaps he's going to be a fire dog. All right. So it's, again, there's a bunch of blessings coming in all at once. And again, maybe the end of a project or a career path or relationship with mixed energies regarding that. And let it all go, because all these wonderful things are coming in all at the same time. And then we have the wheel as the next card as well, the reindeer. And the deer mouse came up at the bottom of the deck. So there's that energy of the deer again. The reindeer, caribou, and expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress with the Wheel of Fortune there. Beautiful, guys. And the bottom of the deck now is the penguin and the 4 little ones. The King of Summer, warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. And this could be a father becoming a father of 2 sets of children. Or perhaps they have 2 sets of twins. And then we have Penguin. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise or compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. And then we have the 2 of Autumn underneath there. That's the cat. I love the face on this cat. So the Abyssinian cat. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. But you've gone past this now. So you've gone past learning how to balance these things and gotten to this point of the King of Summer. And this can reference the, you know, the man who came by yesterday telling me how cute, you know, the little ones in their backyard are. So again, showing the masculine in a very loving, fatherly way here. But here he's wearing his crown. And then again, what came out for you guys is the bees, with many wonderful opportunities coming all at the same time. Again, changing careers or relationships, whatever it is for you, and that it is all positive because it's moving forward. And then we have a pear tree here as well. A partridge in a pear tree and the reindeer. So that could be Christmas in July coming up as well. Maybe it's coming early. Christmas in July coming early. I'm also getting like, and again, the Siberian energy, I'm getting this unusually warm weather in a cold place, whether it's in Siberia or whatever it is. The caribou and reindeer and Christmas, all those kind of energies coming up in a very warm place here. The hive mind. And again, we had penguins, right? So the polar caps. There could be definitely be some warmth or melting here, or some really unusual weather circumstances. So let's see how that plays out. And from the Shaman Dreams, we'll pull for you. It's 4:07 on the clock. That's my sweet spot. In numbers, it's the middle, just airing to the side of light, which is also space between the Emperor and the Chariot. And that's Santa and his sleigh. Space between, right? In the winter, they have to work so closely at Christmas time but the rest of the year they get some space between each other. But there's something about Christmas in July coming up here. Or maybe that Christmas this year is going to be really warm, but I feel like it's talking about now, not then. Okay. Okay, 21, completion, first breath, beginner's mind. So this is it. We're in a new cycle here, first breath. And this is living like the perpetual student of life. The 21 of Pisces energy with one foot in each world and taking your first breath every time you breathe. The beginner's mind. You know, being open to everything, not having any preconceived notions about anything. And then the wailing tree, right? Allowing yourself to purge as well, all the old family stuff. The 59 of the war within, the wailing tree and reconciliation. So you may need to purge that out as well. This also could be happy purging together, of coming back together again. Take that first breath and that first step without any preconceived notions of what's going to be, and just let it play out the way it's supposed to play out. And then we have the perfect storm, the courage to step into life. 44, grounding, integrating, and mastering how to receive love. And this bird is very interesting because they're kind of a combination of peacock and, I don't know if it's a crow or a raven or something else, but the perfect storm. And here's the bottom of the deck. The netcaster preparations come to fruition. So here we are again in the 1-to-1, the 2 of Cups situation. You put out your net and you now are receiving what you put out there for. After disowning self. The little child in the tree. They're so cute. And that's the 6 of Cups energy too. The 2 of Cups and the 6 of Cups in the underlying energy. And then again, this all coming out here. First breath, beginner's mind. Going through life as a perpetual child of life, you know, learning about life. And these are the 2 underlying energies together, right? The father energy, I mean, it could be a mother too, but I always, for some reason, I see that penguin as a father, but it could be the mother as well. So again, there could be father and mother here, or both mothers here for Mother's Day, and casting their net and caught a few little ones here. Maybe he had to put a net out to catch them because they wandered out too far. And again, that's that energy of the child getting lost on the beach. But they're so cute. They both have their own way of expressing their crown. You know, I love this because we talked about the crown here, and here she's got a crown on too. It's just in a different perspective. She sees her crown as a hat with flowers or whatever that is in there. And there's the cold, and then this looks very much more warm energy here. You know, like crabbing or something. And also perhaps 2 people who like opposite weather, like one likes really cold weather and the other one likes warm weather. And these 2 want to come out too, repairing the veil and forgiveness of the purging. So that's that wailing tree. Again, putting the corset back together here. And then skywriting of the fates and the getting your wish card here with this symbolism here. And the M's and the flag and the hourglass there. There's the letter K here as well. This is perhaps an F. And then the purple moon. That the moon's becoming purple. It's turning purple. Being present in the moment. So again, it's again, no preconceived notions going into any situation. Go like you're just a student of life, that you're perpetually, you know, that 4-year-old child going into a new situation every time. And there may be crying, because that happens with children. There may be laughs. There may be fights. But it's all good, because you know how to deal with that now. It's the best of both worlds, of being the child and the grown-up. Okay, so let us read just that first one, which is the first breath, and number 21. It opened right up to that. A fresh start and renewed curiosity. Natural trust, the beginner's mind. When the first breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There's nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it's a familiar place that you have come to many times before, try to experience it as if for the first time, for you're renewed and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough they will, as you move on. Do not squander the power of the first breath, giving the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings, to animate a world that you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the word. And remember your water too, and rest, because those are really magic too. Water, rest, joy in nature, and rise and be love, you guys. Love and rise. And breathe.